He's credited with inspiring the global green movement. Tributes are paid to environmentalist James Lovelock, who's died aged 103.
A British scientist who helped to inspire the green movement, James Lovelock, has died at the age of 103. He was best known for his Gaia hypothesis, the idea that planet Earth acts as an interconnected, self-regulating system. In later years, he warned that climate change could have a devastating impact on humanity. Well, our environmental analyst, Roger Harrobin, has been looking back on his life.
The Earth. For James Lovelock, a planet with not only creatures and plants on it, but a complex, integrated system where even the rocks interact with living things to maintain conditions for life. Lovelock called it the Gaia theory, a revolutionary idea named after the Greek mother goddess of the earth.
The Gaia notion sees those two processes, that's to say the evolution of life and the evolution of the planet, as not two processes, but one single tightly coupled process.
Born in Letchworth, he became a conscientious objector in the war, ever maverick, ever restless. Later he worked out of a converted barn at his home in Devon, first with research in medical science on the freezing of animal tissue, and then in the 60s on space science for NASA, looking for life on Mars.
There may be a kind of plant, an ice eater, with fine root-like probes, searching not for liquid water, but searching the permafrost, reaching down to get at that ice.
The multi-talented Lovelock made the ultra-sensitive instruments to gather evidence and invented the equipment used to detect a man-made hole in the ozone layer over the Antarctic.
Then you do believe in Gaia?
I mean, I believe that the Earth Goddess will defend itself against all dangers.
Including man.
Man will always win against nature.
Lovelock's idea that the Earth is a kind of single living organism made him a hero to the early green movement of the 1960s and 70s.
It was bound to be taken up as a kind of something almost spiritual for the green age to hang on to.
Lovelock warned that damage to forests in particular was undermining the Earth's capacity to regulate itself as carbon dioxide levels rise. But his support for nuclear power to combat climate change upset many of his own followers. The Gaia theory was ridiculed by many scientists at the time. It is still contentious, but it's starting to slip into the academic mainstream. James Lovelock lived to be over 100, still predicting an apocalyptic future for mankind.
The British scientist James Lovelock, who's died at the age of 103.